Alright folks, welcome back to Farming Simulator 19. My name is Drake, I am the Farming Aviator. We are back here on Griffin, Indiana on our survival roleplay series. We've got that first wheat field all harvested, taken care of. All the bales sold. I'll show you how much in a second here, but we have 70 grand now. We got to get into corn planting for that field and then harvesting the other wheat field. First, we gotta take care of these chickens. Let's get to it. Alright, so we got a bunch of wheat here. Let's fill up the bucket. I think we're gonna use pretty much this whole bucket on the chickens. Pretty sure they're pretty much out of feed. Let's dump it in here and see. Oh, that's about it. So you use more than half of it. As you see, we have a ton of eggs. We'll keep letting those build up and then sell them all at once. I'm sure they're fine sitting outside. They don't need to be refrigerated at all, right? Right. Alright, so I got started on the corn planting down there. I got the small portion of that field done just because we have a lot to do today. We do want to get that other field harvested. Well, let's go ahead, park this in the shed. Alright, let's park that here for now. That's a nice little tractor for doing utility stuff. I wish I had a little more weight in the back, but it's pretty good. We got all our seed and fertilizer here loaded up for the planter. Let's take a look here. As you see, I did the headlands on this field also. This field is ready to harvest. We do have to wait for the crop moisture level to go down. Let's take a look at our finances here. Let's see. Leasing costs, we did spend about 50 grand between the tractor, baler, trailer, all of that. But we made 77 grand. So we are definitely in the positive. I think we're going to be in the positive today because we're going to have to start selling that wheat. And because of storage issues. As you see here, we got 164,000 just about. There's another 35,000 liters, not even a full truckload, and then we're gonna have to start selling wheat. So, yeah, I think we're gonna be making some money today. Wheat prices today, $8.74, not bad. $8.57. I wish it was a little bit higher, but it's still really good. Let's take a look here. Whoops, I think I hit the wrong button. There we go. Let's take a look here at the forecast. Ooh, it's gonna rain tomorrow. We'll have to keep an eye on this. Maybe, hopefully not till late at night, because I do want to get soybean planted too, but we may have to wait another day for that. So let's quit wasting time. Let's get that cornfield planted. I'll see you guys down there. Alright guys, let's get over here and get this corn planter filled up. That tractor does look nice. I do have a line on another tractor, and we may be selling a tractor. But I'll tell you guys about that once we get going here. Let's get this filled up. Get the tractor started here. I want to get the seed bags loaded up. So yeah, in real life, guys, you'd be loading individual bags into each hopper here. I think eventually we'd upgrade this planter to the bulk carriers on the back here. But for now, you know, this is working. And then we need to get some liquid fertilizer in here. So let's pull ahead here. So that should be good there. to back up a little bit closer. I may have to pull away and then back up again. Let's see if that works. There we go. All right, full up. So let's get this truck out of the way. There we go. Oh, wait, it's here for if we need to load up again. We may need to load up one more time. We do use quite a bit of corn seeds. Alright, got that down. Let's turn it on. Get going. Get going straight here and get the GPS going. Alright guys, we got the GPS going. I am definitely liking this tractor, and you guys know me, I love these two-track tractors, whether it's the Challenger, you know, especially this newer one, the Fendt ones. I haven't really used the Fendt ones in any of my series, but when I started playing the game, that was the first tractor I went to. So you guys know I love that. Also the John Deere 8RT, 9RT. I haven't used those in a long time yet. I kind of started that early and then missed some there. Alright. That's what I get for talking and trying to do all that at the same time. But yeah, this definitely like the planter that we bought. This is working super great. I did, you know, right away want to upgrade the planting tractor, and I think we're going to do that this fall. So the deal is I got contacted by a guy who kind of runs a vintage farm, mostly for fun, and he wants my Big Bud tractor. And he's offering her a really good price for it. Normal trade-in for a tractor that size would be about 150 grand maybe, something like that. But he is offering $275. And I'm kind of holding out on him, see if he'll come up a little bit more, because, you know, that's a really good tractor. It's running great. You know, we put a lot of time into it to make sure it's running good, so I may try to get just a little more out of him. But that's a really good tractor, and he's a collector. They're actually pretty rare tractors, so so we may be selling that. And so that brings me to, you know, what are we going to do about that? Because I do want a different planting tractor, and I do want something with a little more horsepower. So I got a line on a couple tractors. One, you know, I'm thinking about is this one, but buying it brand new is pretty hard. The older ones don't have as much horsepower that I would like, and so that's the hard part. Our farm's not super big, so we can, you know, have a little bit smaller equipment and be able to still run like that plow. That's pretty much the only tillage equipment we have since we're doing terrestrial. So we need that plow for when we do the cornfields afterwards, taking care of that. So that is kind of what's coming up in the future. For now, we're doing the demo on this one, planting this field and the soybean field over there. Come this fall, we'll probably have a different tractor that we may use to run tillage and planting. So it'll probably be something in the 400 horsepower range, somewhere around there. So we have that coming up. Alright, so we're using a decent amount of seed and fertilizer. They're kind of going out at the same rate, so I'm not too worried about how we didn't put any fertilizer down in the first place. So let's take a look at this. I already took out the our yield maps and stuff, but we had, you know, good yield for the soil. We are putting down a decent amount of fertilizer or nitrogen. Our lime isn't that great, which may hurt our yield just a little bit, but we don't really have time to mess around with putting lime down. We'll do that in the winter here. So guys, that's how this field is going so far. We don't have a whole lot left. It shouldn't take too long, so I'm going to get a time lapse going. enjoy. Alright guys, we're on our last two passes here, I think that'll be wide enough to cover that last one, and I'm hoping we have just enough liquid fertilizer to get this last little bit. We are going to be planting soybeans in the other field, so we don't need any fertilizer for that. Soybeans don't need any nitrogen, and then they actually put a little bit of nitrogen back into the ground, so that'll work well. A little bit less work for us, and save us a little money doing that. So let's see if we can make it to the end here without having to fill up the liquid fertilizer. I think we will. We didn't use that much on this pass. I think we'll have put enough to get down there. Alright, perfect. It's just wide enough to get all the way to the edge, and I think we'll have just enough to get down there. And that'll be about perfect. We are... Oh, the good crop moisture just went away. That is up in the corner by the temperatures there. That just disappeared, so we are going to hop straight into harvesting here. I'll probably just drive this over there. We'll switch out the seed first over at the truck, switch it over to soybean seed, and then head on over. We have all of our equipment staged over by the field there and ready to go. So I'm going to get, yeah, looks like we're going to have just enough liquid fertilizer. I'll drive this back to the pickup truck there and get filled up with soybean seed, and then drive that over, and we can get to harvest. Alright, so we got filled up with soybean seed. We might as well drive this down there and leave it over there just so it's ready. We are still going to do straw bales because we did make a decent money on that, and we'll be able to sell those right away. We'll make sure we sell them at the right place this time because that was quite the fiasco. So, question is where to park this. We'll go ahead, we'll just park it next to this baseball stadium here. They won't mind. They usually let us stage here and everything. So, shut that off, shut this tractor down. Like I said, I'm really enjoying this tractor. That'll be, I got a couple tractors I'm looking at, so that's going to be definitely one of the options. I like the horsepower mount on there, but we'll see. We'll see what we can get into. All right. Oh, we got this car coming. Let's turn on our flashers and our beacons here, just because we gotta get hooked up to this thing. We'll make sure I avoid that telephone pole too. Let's actually wait for that car. Hope no one's coming that way because I couldn't see. Alright, get that folded up. And let's get into this field. Oops, need to unfold the harvester. There we go. And I don't want to drop the straw saw. Oh, okay, there we go. I just want to make sure I didn't drop the straw saw right away. On this field, I want to get these headlands done. I think it's just going to be easier. So let's get, we'll do 2 headland passes, call it good, and start heading down. So this field shouldn't be too bad. It'll be a lot of long passes, which that'll be fine. We may actually just do this one all ourselves, just because it won't be too bad. And I'll probably cut parts of it out. We'll do some time lapse in here, but we also gotta bale it and then pick up all those bales yet. So we got a little bit of work to do. We'll probably be planting in the next video. Oh, we got a little bit right there since we came in crooked. Since the truck is right here, let's go ahead and get unloaded here. Get the pipe out. The bad part about this harvester is you can't really see the pipe at all. Got my unload in there. Alright. The unload point, I think, on this pipe is a little bit off. Alright, so we got the straw swath going. We're going to turn it off at that other headland. And then we'll have to come back and get this. Or at this field kind of slowly moves over to the left. So we'll come back and get that at the end. Otherwise my GPS is going to be way off. So let's get a time lapse going. Like I said, that first, we may just sell all the truckloads. I think that's just going to be easier than trying to haul like 3/4 of a truck up to the silo and selling it. So we don't get a full truckload up there anyway, so might as well. We'll just sell it all and then get to baling. our yield map here. I was just looking, this Country View milling up here is actually the best price. So I think that's a little bit closer, so that'll be perfect for selling our wheat. If we take a look here, you see it's dropping the nitrogen levels down pretty good. But look at our yield. It is up there. Is that all 125? Yep, all 125, and that's thanks, mostly to the soil type. It's all loam, the best possible one, so a really good choice on buying this field, and it's working out for us. We may try to get the pH level back up in the next video, and then the next video will probably be planting soybeans in this field, along with maybe a couple other projects to close out the summertime before harvest. So by harvest time we'll have canola and corn in the other fields, and then soybeans in this one all to harvest. So should be a great time harvesting. By that time we'll probably have a new tractor. I think I am going to sell that big bud. We'll see if I can't get that guy to come up a little bit more though, and we'll see what he says. Alright, so let's head up over here. I think that's the sell point right up there. I actually haven't been to this side of the map, so you guys will experience this for me. I kind of like this little rise in terrain right here. This is cool. It's definitely neat. I'll have to explore up that road sometime. There's a lot of trails through the woods up here and stuff, so definitely cool. Alright, here we go. Let's head into here. Dump this. See how much money we make here. Alright, just about 40 grand on that harvest, or that truckload. That is pretty darn good. Let's head back. Hopefully we get a couple more of those, and we'll have a little bit of nice spending cash. So, alright guys, well I hope you had a great week. I just got back from an 8-day trip. It was a good trip, pretty easy actually. I was running the pilot shuttle the whole time. Pretty much I flew to Birmingham one day, the next, and kind of everything hubs through Dallas. So flew through Dallas every day, but then Birmingham, out to Birmingham one day, and then the rest of the week I was flying to Chicago Executive, which is just north of Chicago O'Hare. It's kind of a fun little airport to get in and out of because of that airspace where Chicago O'Hare is. Obviously that's the big airport, and so it dominates the airspace there. But it was fun getting out of there. You gotta kind of do if you're taking off to the south, you gotta do more than a 270-degree turn back to the north to get out of there. And I shouldn't say 270, I guess less than a 180-degree turn, more than a 90-degree turn back to the north usually, and we'll climb up over out of the airspace quickly out of there. So fun little airport getting in and out of. But it was 2 legs pretty much every day, just down to Dallas and back up to Chicago, and it was pretty easy actually. So the reason why we're flying our pilots is because of COVID. We can market that to our customers that we're not traveling on airlines, staying out of the major terminals and stuff to avoid it. And so they market that to our customers that we're flying our own pilots around to be extra safe. So kind of cool doing that. And it's cool flying other pilots around. It makes the job real easy. So yeah, so my week was definitely easy. Good to be back home though, see the wife and kid, and get to relax some. and the wife is actually back at work in person in school, and so I get to spend most of the day with my kid alone, and that is definitely fun. Getting kind of on a schedule and stuff. You know, he's only 3 months old, so definitely a learning curve, but it is, I'm enjoying every minute of it. Alright guys, so as you see, we only got a couple more passes left. I'm going to go ahead and get this finished up, and then we'll get into some baling and selling those straw bales. Alright folks, welcome back. We just finished up this field. Looks like we have 31,000 liters, which is pretty good. So I think what we're going to do, we're actually going to save this because it will fit in the silo, and we can capture those really good prices once winter comes. Oh man, this harvester is dirty. Let's see here. Let's lift this up and unfold that and drop it. There we go. And we'll drive this back up to the farm quick so we can get ready to bale. We also need to pick up the bale trailer and everything. So let's get this hooked up here. There we go. We'll convoy it up back to the farm. Oh my gosh. Yep. Yep, that just happened. Alright guys, we made it back. I ended up just having to reset the harvester since it crashed on its side. So we'll go back to the shop and get that later. Let's spray these off quick, dump the wheat into the silo, and then we'll hop in the Case Maxim here and grab the bale loading trailer and head down to the field. Alright guys, we made it back down to the field here with the bale picker trailer. Let's just park this over here. Should be plenty of room. Alright, let's hop in the old Magnum here. I'm thinking about changing the wheel setup on here. Just go with a single front wheel, a little bit bigger, since we probably won't be using this tractor for planting anymore. Alright. Guys, I was also thinking about keeping the baler and bale trailer for doing grass work, but I don't think we're going to do any grass work this year. Just because I really don't enjoy doing grass work that much. Kind of tedious. Unless we have animals, it's not really worth the money. So doing the straw was kind of worth it. You guys got a kind of taste of doing the baling and stuff like that with the straw work. So we'll probably skip ahead to fall time and get into harvest after the next video. Next video, we're going to lime this field and get soybeans planted. So you guys will see that coming up in the next one. So I'm going to get a time lapse of this going. We'll get time lapse of baling all this, and then probably picking up the first load of bales and selling those, and then maybe we'll catch you back at the end of selling the last set of bales. Alright folks, welcome back. Well, this took the better part of the day, and of course we have an odd number and one bale left. So we're going to pick that up with the pallet fork and carry that over to the sell point that way. Let's see, and make sure I get a good grip on this. I want a little better than that. So I looked and we ended up making 113 bales. We're going to cut over this way. Hopefully this bale stays on. 113 bales, and I think we've made close to 50 grand, maybe a little bit more. We'll take a look once we get over there. Another thing, I was talking to this guy on the phone that wants to buy the Big Bud tractor. It sounds like we are going to be able to make a deal. He did come up to $290. So it's a pretty good deal for us. Like I said, we don't really need that huge a tractor now that we have a direct drill planter. We're really just using the deep ripper plow, subsoiler, I guess. To plow up the cornfields, and that only requires like 360 some horsepower. So I'm going to be looking at a few tractors. I'll probably show you guys which ones in the next video, which ones we're looking at. But of course, well, one of them is that Challenger, the 2-track Challenger. Oh, can't see anything, and you guys didn't see me take out that sign. That's alright. So let's get this down to the sell point and see how much money we made. Alright, let's drop this one off first. I don't know how that stayed on the forks, but that works. Roughly $4.25 a bale. I think that price did come down a little bit since we've been selling, but we've been making some good money off of it. So we're going to return the baler and this trailer after we're done with this. I don't think we're going to do any grass work. I may cut the grass around the farm, but that's about it. Alright. Let's take a look here. Like I said, 113 bales. Let's look at our money. We're actually doing pretty good the last couple days, guys. Not bad at all. Let's see here. Sold bales, just under 50 grand. Yesterday, that bigger field, we sold $77,000 worth. And then harvest income today, just under $78,000. So that is pretty good between after leasing that equipment and selling bales and stuff over the last 2 days, minus the cost we made. Oh, let's see here. Looks like we made about 145 grand. So not bad. And then I think our silo, whoops, let's look at this here. Yeah, our silo for that is just about full. We'll have canola, we'll see how full we get that. And then soybeans we'll sell next summer, and then we'll have corn, of course. So we're gonna have a lot of stuff to sell come this winter, and we'll make some good money. Let's take a look. I don't think I showed you guys the yield, but just this is the reason why we bought this field. Great yield. So we'll see how much money we make this fall. We'll pay back most of our loan. As you see, we still got 510. So we got a ways to go to make a dent in that. Actually, let's pay some of that back now. We might as well. Whoops, wrong way. We want to go this way. We really don't need too much for operating expenses until fall. Let's keep it just above 100,000. So we got it down to 425 now. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you guys next time on our survival series on Griffin, Indiana. Thanks for watching.